Hello YouTube, this is Prodigious back again with yet another deck profile. Now today I'm going to share with you one of two different versions of my take on ShineGreymon. Let's get into it. So first, I'm going to point out that this is going to be our Digi-Egg for this deck. And I run two different versions of ShineGreymon. I run the regular version that is burst mode, and then I run the ruin mode in a different deck. The first deck you're about to look at is going to be your typical I want to hurry up and punch you really hard or multiple times style deck with a little bit of some control. The other version that runs ruin mode is going to be the 100% control version. Alright, so here we have a Koromon. He has when attacking once per turn if this Digimon has Omnimon or Greymon other than Dorogreymon, Burning Greymon, or Dex Dorogreymon in its name, trigger draw 1. Now, our first thing of rookies to look at is we're going to run the BT13 Agumon. He normally digivolves from our egg of a yellow or red for 1, but if digivolving from a Koromon, he is free, so no problem there. He has main effect of once per turn. For the turn, one of your Marcus Daemons is also treated as a 3000 DP Digimon and can't digivolve. That's right, this is from the Digimon Data Squad series of where Marcus Daemon was a human with a Digimon partner, and they went around punching Digimon together. What's even more fun is that Marcus Daemon went around punching Digimon made of fire, which I still think is hilarious. Anyway, he also has an inheritable of your turn once per turn. When one of your red or yellow tamers becomes suspended, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Then, our next rookie is going to be another Agumon from BT12. Again, he can digivolve from a Koromon for 0. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Greymon in its name and 1 Marcus Daemon among them to your hand, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. His inheritable is your turn once per turn. When one of your yellow or red tamers becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. And then last, we're running 4 copies of another Agumon. This is from EX4. It has digivolves from a Koromon for 0, as well as start of your main phase. If you have a red or yellow tamer in play, gain 1 memory. His inheritable is your turn once per turn. When one of your red or yellow tamers becomes suspended, draw 1 card. Now, next we have a single copy, because all we're allowed to play, unfortunately, for this deck, of a Greymon from BT13. He can digivolve from an Agumon in name and dinosaur in trait, which is all of our Agumons, for a cost of 2. When digivolving, search your security stack, and you may play 1 red or yellow tamer card among them without paying its cost. If you did, recover 1, and then shuffle your security. He also has the inheritable of your turn once per turn. When one of your red or yellow tamers becomes suspended, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Alright, now moving on, we have 3 copies of Greymon. This is from the Starter Deck 7 deck. It has a security effect of at the end of battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. And then it has an on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. Then we're running 4 copies of ShineGreymon. Same thing as before, it digivolves for a cost of 2 from a level 3 Agumon in name and dinosaur trait. When digivolving, if you don't have a Marcus Daemon in play, you may play one from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable, when one of your yellow or red tamers becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP. And then our last champion is yet again another version of ShineGreymon. And just a quick note, the previous one came from BT12. This one comes from EX4, and again, digivolves for 2 from an Agumon in name and dinosaur trait. Start of your main phase, if you have a red or yellow tamer in play, gain a memory. Inheritable, your turn once per turn, when one of your red or yellow tamers becomes suspended, draw a card. Now that's it for our champions. Now moving on to the ultimates, our level 5s. We're running 4 copies of BT13 Rise Greymon. He can digivolve for a cost of 3 from our ShineGreymons. He has when digivolving, you may play 1 Marcus Daemon from your hand without paying its memory cost. And then all turns once per turn, when one of your red or yellow tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus Daemon from your trash on top of your security stack face down. His inheritable is all turns once per turn, when one of your red or yellow tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus Daemon from your trash on top of your security stack face down. Our other level 5 is going to be another Rise Greymon. Digivolves 2 from ShineGreymon. Or no, 3, pardon me. He has when digivolving, if you have a yellow or red tamer in play, gain a memory, as well as all turns once per turn. When one of your tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus Daemon from your trash on top of your security stack face down. He has the inheritable of all turns once per turn. When one of your tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus Daemon from your trash on top of your security stack face down. So as you can see, once he gets up there to level 5, he's all about teaming up with Marcus Daemon to punch face. And you'll soon see why. Now, on to the Megas. We are running 4 copies of ShineGreymon here. He is from BT12. He digivolves for 3 from a Rise Greymon in name. When digivolving, for each yellow and or red tamers you have in play, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3,000 DP for the turn. So when he comes out, he's going to just wipe the board or wipe one big target. He also has a your turn effect of all of your Marcus Daemon in play get plus 3,000 DP and gain security attack plus 1. Now you might be wondering, why would you give a tamer DP and security attack plus 1? Well, we're getting to that. But next, as our backup mega, we are running 2 copies of BT4 ShineGreymon. Now this is where my deck might differentiate a lot from other ShineGreymon decks. This particular version of ShineGreymon can evo from red or yellow for 3, and it has a simple effect on it. It has your turn. When one of your red or yellow tamers is suspended, this Digimon gets security attack plus 1. And then last but not least, we have the level 7, the big boss burst mode himself, ShineGreymon burst mode. Now, Burst Mode is a type of level 7 Mega form that you can go into on top of the appropriate Digimon temporarily, and then you'll go back to your regular form. If you were to evolve this on top of anything else, once you evolve into this, this is your new form. So keep that in mind. So you can burst Digivolve for 0 from ShineGreymon by returning one Marcus Daemon to hand at the end of the Burst Digivolution turn. Trash this Digimon's top card. That's the way the Burst Digivolution works. When Digivolving, you may play one Marcus Daemon from your hand without paying its cost for the turn. The tamer played by this effect is also treated as a 12,000 DP Digimon, can't Digivolve, and gains Rush. So I think that is way out there, because first you're basically already saying, okay, this is a burst Digivolve, which means I have to pay the cost of returning the appropriate tamer when this Digivolves on top of the appropriate Digimon. Now you're telling me that when it does Digivolve, I can play that tamer right back, and that tamer becomes a powerhouse that can swing that same turn. Yeah, I guess Marcus Daemon does like the punch face. He also has the your turn once per turn effect of when one of your tamers becomes suspended, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So yes, very strong. Now, you might be wondering, what is the deal with this Marcus Daemon? Well, we're about to get into that right now. We're running 4 copies of Marcus Daemon from BT12. Now, here's what he does. He has start of your main phase. If you have a Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name in play, by paying 1 memory for the turn, this tamer is also treated as a 3000 DP Digimon that can't Digivolve. So basically, aside from the effects that we already saw, Marcus Daemon here can, at the cost of 1 memory while you have an Agumon or Greymon out, can act as a Digimon to swing. He also has, when this tamer becomes suspended, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a yellow card with Greymon in its name in your hand without paying the cost. So as you can see, the Agumon Greymon line in this deck, plus his tamer Marcus Daemon, work hand in hand together to not only beat face, but to help power each other up. I'm also running 2 copies of yet another card that makes my deck a little different from others. 2 copies of Marcus Daemon from BT4. Now this one is a memory fixer, so at the start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set it to 3. It also has your turn when one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name, other than Doro Greymon, Burning Greymon, and Dex Doro Greymon. I guess I had to put all that in there because it might be a bit too strong if you use it with just any Greymon. You may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. So, as you can see, our initial lineup is all about teaming up ShineGreymon with Marcus Daemon. But I'm running this ShineGreymon here in combination with these Marcus Daemons, so that way this ShineGreymon in particular can actually hit really hard. Because the rest of the ShineGreymon line supports Marcus Daemon as a tamer that turns into a Digimon and can swing to hit face. Well, this one's going to be the opposite. This will be a ShineGreymon that can actually get stronger and hit harder with support from the tamers. Because think about it. You have this version of ShineGreymon out. You paid memory to turn these guys into tamers, or into Digimon. You swing with them, and whether or not they die or live, you may get them back into security. But because they are also still considered to be tamers, they did get suspended, which means now this guy gets security attack +1. Same thing with this version of Marcus Damon. If this guy goes a swing, you can suspend him to gain a memory, but in the process, you are gaining security attack +1. So that's what makes my version of this deck a little bit different from others. It's made to actually hit harder and hit more often and be less on the control-y side. If it does have some control, it has some control. Now, the other version of the deck that we'll go over next time will have a lot more of the control aspect. But anyway, to wrap things up, we got only 4 option cards that we're running one of each of. A single copy of a Delicate Plan. One of your Digimon gains security effects on option cards checked by this Digimon don't activate for the turn. We have Sunrise Buster, which says you may play 1 yellow or red tamer from your hand without paying a cost. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn for each yellow and or red tamer you have in play. We're only allowed to play 1 copy of this anyway because it got limited to 1. A single copy of Shining Blast. You may play 1 Marcus Damon from your hand without paying the cost. Then for each yellow and or red tamer you have in play, 3 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 for the turn. And then finally, a single copy of Final Shining Burst. Its main effect is 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 12,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Then you may play 1 Marcus Damon from your hand without paying the cost. Except for Delicate Plan, which says add this card to your hand. The rest of them, security effect is to activate the main effect. But that has been it. That has been our take on ShineGreymon Burst Mode. And as I said, next time I'm going to share with you my other variant, ShineGreymon Ruin Mode, which will be all about control. Alright, this has been Prodigious. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.